Hey everyone, we just messing around here as usual.
Per usual. It's Fun Friday.
Fun Friday.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome to Unapologetically Significant. That's a mouthful, but that's who we are.
That's what we're doing.
And that's it. That's it. So how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited about the weekend. I'm excited to be here and share all this wonderful information about supplements and eating habits and blah, 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 blah. All the fancy things that we talk about.
Well, good.
How about you? How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Excited to dive into some of this stuff and just as excited about life. Yeah. Life is good.
Life is good. And we had a couple questions, so we're going to follow up from last week, I believe it was, that we touched on the crud and being sick and how to prevent it and what to do when you're in it.
Definitely. And as you guys have, I'm sure, noticed that we get pretty personal on here a lot of times because, hey, it's why not?
Yeah, we're real people. Yeah. We want to talk about real shit.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not just grasping ether, things out of the air. We want to talk about things that are actually relevant.
Yeah.
And that are happening to us, the more likely happening to you or somebody that you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Because, we're not this unique Android AI type thing that...
we're real people.
Yes, actually real people. And we just want to let you know our experiences and some of the stuff we go through, our trials and tribulations and successes, failures, all of that, because that's life.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like a testimony.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Welcome to our testimony.
And, I know a lot of you were wondering, because a couple of you did write in, and it's like, well, what the hell do you take? Mm-hmm. We're always talking about the stuff we do and we take. And
eating and nutrition and supplements. Supplements is going to be a big thing, and that's what we're really going to kind of deep dive in there, because everybody should be taking something, because the way we are designed and the food that we're eating and the environments that we're living, even if we're at the top optimal performance that we can be, it ain't enough.
Yeah.
It's just not.
You
can always do better.
Yeah.
We test, don't guess.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that you are getting testing to make sure that you're taking the right supplements, not because it's a fad or you heard your friend has low in vitamin D, so now you think you're low in vitamin D. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
So we want to make sure we're touching on a few things for you today.
Yeah. And our, one of our goals is to get you as far away from the cliff as we can. Because some people are right on the cliff, right on the edge of the cliff. And, they're doing okay and, what have you, but...
That's considered in range.
Yeah.
Being really close to the edge of the cliff is in range, by the way.
Yeah. And the slightest thing that can happen can throw you off the cliff. We want to get you away from the edge of that cliff as far as we can, because guess what? That's where optimal health is. So, some, family members come into town or friends or whatnot, and you may have some kids, couple kids get runny noses, sick. Before you know it, you're sick. Well, that's because you got a weak immune system. Yeah. And you're close to the edge of the cliff. That's the problem.
Don't push me, because I'm close to the edge. Sorry. Everything's a song.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
So we're going to back you away from the cliff today, okay? Again, a lot of this stuff is what we do. We'll point out the stuff exactly what we do. I got no problem. We have no problem telling you exactly what we take, what we're doing. Some of it's going to be medicine cabinet type stuff you need to have in your medicine cabinet. All the time. And some spot treatments that, that we'll probably both get into that work for us because of certain things. But, we're not the type that as soon as something comes up, run to the doctor.
Yeah.
Pay that copay right away for them to give you something that's synthetic and it's doing more harm than good to your body.
Not only that, but you should be in tune with your body to
That's
catch it before it gets to that point.
Yep.
We're not saying if you have a 103 fever or you're vomiting nonstop or diarrhea or constipated, you may need to go to the doctor, right?
Yep.
But there's a tell before it gets to that point, and that's the sweet spot. It's actually listening to your body, recognizing, identifying some key things, and then doing what you have to do to get it reversed. I don't even want to say reversed, but like back to normal.
Yeah.
That homeostasis period where technically you're at even playing field.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds good. Well, let's dive. Where are we going to start? We're going to start with... let's just start with... I'm going to start with what do I take every day? Okay? Now, for me, I've had my blood test done, so a certain number of the things, or a lot of the things, are dictated by what the blood test results. And as Shelley just said, test, don't guess.
Yes.
Don't listen to that infomercial because you get 2 bottles for the price of 1. You're going to get it. No.
Yeah, $14.99.
No.
It's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. And you don't know that you need this vitamin or supplement or probiotic. Like you really have to understand. It's like taking your car to the shop. You're like, okay, fix it. Like, fix what? The tire pressure? Do you need more Freon? Do you need a timing belt? Like, what are we actually doing?
Yep. So, what do I take every morning?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Where am I going to start? Generally, the first thing I take is Kenzyme. You see that?
Yep.
So Kenzyme. What the heck is Kenzyme? What is that? Mm-hmm. Well, this is as far as I know and have been told, the only formulation available in the world that attacks microplastics and phthalates. Wow. So, only one. Only came out about a year and a half ago or so, called Kenzyme. So what it does, actually, it goes in there and eats up the plastics. Now, you've all been hearing about plastics and how bad they are and where they're finding them everywhere. Yeah. You name the part of the body, they have found microplastics in there. Because we live in a plastics world. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are ingesting this stuff and don't know it. And then it caused endocrine problems in the body and whatnot. So... And there actually is a plastics test that you can take to see where you're at, and then where you, after taking Kenzyme, where you've gotten to. So I've dramatically lowered mine. So, because I don't want that piece operating in me that can be operating in a negative fashion. So I want to take care of the plastics and the phthalates and all that good kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And what do those plastics do in our bodies?
They gunk it up. Yeah. Because the body can't deal with it.
You can't process it.
Yeah. These things are made so, in such a sophisticated way. The body's like, okay, now we got to figure out how to break this down and this and that. Okay, well, why don't we just store it and we'll work on it later? You got all this stuff going on, but, they have found it in liver, they have found it in the kidneys, they have found it in the heart, they have found it in the brain. It's almost a teaspoon, I believe, of microplastics that they found when they dissected certain brains and whatnot. So it's everywhere. Mm-hmm. And can you imagine these little fine particles circulating in your body?
Around in your body.
Yep. Causing
havoc.
Yeah. It's like space debris.
Yeah. It's just floating out there.
Yep.
Bumping into things.
Yep. It's going to cause some kind of havoc somewhere along the line. So, Kenzyme, that's one of the things I take. Okay. The other thing I take is, you see this? Yep. That's DAC. What the hell is DAC? K1, K2. Well, that's vitamin D with K1 and K2 for absorption in it. Why do I take that? Well, when I ran my blood tests, my vitamin D levels at 70. I want it at 90 because the functional range of it, I'm at the low end of the functional range, which is 70, but you really should be closer to 90, 95 even. So that's why I take it every day. The range of vitamin D runs from 30 to I think 100. And a lot of doctors will test you and see that, oh, 35, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's not the functional range. So, I mean, you've got some vitamin D in you, yes, but it's not doing anything. You don't have enough. And, a lot of studies have come out to say that it's an epidemic in this country because it is.
I think majority of the folks that I know that have gotten their blood work done are low in vitamin D. And we're in the West Coast, so it's like we wake up with the sun. Like it's not just that. There's vitamin D in the foods that we eat as well. But it's just the knowing that you're low. Right. And that in range, that's the part that gets me. When it always says, oh, you're in range, but your range might be, if we're thinking about a letter academic grade, you're a D. So are you cool with that? Or, maybe we should beef that up to maybe a B. Can we get to the B zone? Right. So when we're just saying, hey, he's at 70, which is technically in range, but he wants to be at 90, that's shooting for above and beyond. That's that A student. And that's where we really, truly need to be. We really need to get out of the mindset of in range being okay, because it's not. It's just barely sustaining.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to be at the edge of the cliff. I want to be far away from that cliff. So if something happens, I slip, I fall.
It's a slip and fall. You're just one slip and fall away.
Yeah. Step on a rock. Oops.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, snap. There he goes.
So that's why I take it, just so I can get higher up in the range. I take a multivitamin. I don't have that with me right now. It's actually in a little pack that I take every day. A good multivitamin. And by all means, when you're looking at multivitamins, make sure you do your homework. Got to do your research on them, because there's a lot of junk out there. Lots of junk.
There is.
Lots of expensive junk. So make sure whole foods, all of these things that we take are all whole foods.
Meaning they're made from food.
Yeah, exactly.
Not chemicals. They're made from food.
Yeah, no synthetics, no fillers, none of that crap. Natural flavoring. Yeah. What the hell is that? Yeah. Natural. I made it in the lab, and it's natural.
I made it in the lab to taste like natural stuff.
That's it. That's it.
It's a lab product.
Yep. So, because we deal with only the highest of quality supplements, and we found a place that does produce that. They live up to their word in it, and we highly recommend it. Okay, what else do I take?
What else you got?
I mean, I got a whole litany of stuff, but I also take, so we're in the morning. Morning time, I also take a metal detox. Okay? Those are, it's drops. It's a liquid. And I take 3 drops every morning. And that's to pull the heavy metals out of me. I was in an industry for a number of years where I was around a lot of chemicals and a lot of metals and whatnot. So just, again, getting to the optimal range. I significantly reduced it, but I want it down even further. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. You just keep pulling it back, peeling it back, peeling it back. And then more stuff comes up, and then you get rid of that. Okay, but that's the road to optimal health. I also take an environmental detox drops. As soon as you walk out that front door, bam, you hit with all kinds of crap. So I want to.
And you can't control that.
No,
you know what I mean. We have to move around the cabin area.
Yeah.
So to do that, you have to be prepared for it. I don't take that one. Maybe I need to get some of that.
Yeah. Good stuff. Because all the car fumes and everything else that's out there, It's all working on your body. I take a vitamin C every day. Again, not ascorbic acid. If you turn the bottle around, you see that, throw it in the trash.
Yeah, no bueno.
Made in the lab, synthetic. Took some high fructose corn syrup, mixed it with hydrochloric acid, that wonderful stuff, and came up with ascorbic acid instead of getting it from the fruits that have it.
Yeah, that'd be too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy. Because you got to look at, a lot of these manufacturers, what are they after? Profit, profit,
Yeah,
shelf life.
yeah.
And now nowhere in there is the health of the person. Okay, that doesn't even factor in. Otherwise, it wouldn't make this crap. So, vitamin C. What else do I take? Well, I take a lot of other things, but I think that's a starter.
That's a starter.
What do you take?
I have the vitamin. I have an actual pack that I take, and I definitely take digestamil. I take D. I take female supplements. I'm at that age, right? We're all going through the change. And I take something for my thyroid. Again, I test, I didn't guess, so I know that's a little bit off. And what else? I take the methyl blue right now because I had some little funky critters that were running around here, so I've been taking that to get rid of it. I think that's it. I have like 6 that I take twice a day, so 12. And it sounds like a lot. I know you guys are going to be like, that's a lot to take. Is it though, compared to what?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're really trying to be the healthiest version of yourself, and we all admitted that we know that we all need some assistance, it's like you're going to have to do what you have to do.
Yep.
And then you're going to pay it on the front end or the back end. And me personally, I feel great, so I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
And, that's the thing, You got to get over the fact that you have to take stuff. You really do have to get over that. Things have changed. Well, my grandfather lived until he was 98, and he
smoked like a freight train, and he drank coffee. And, Okay.
Well, he also didn't ingest all these sophisticated chemicals that we all are ingesting. Yeah. So food was different back then. They weren't using all these harsh chemicals on them. Everything was different then. Okay. Nowadays, we're in a battle, essentially, of how to keep yourself healthy. So just get over it. I mean, you eat enough bad stuff. I mean, some of you go out there and get them chicken McNuggets crap.
Oh, my goodness.
And then more than 2, you get the 12 pack. Well, that's 12 supplements you could be taking, but you're popping these things in, and heaven knows what they even are.
Yeah, we can do it.
I'm trying to think. Well, I won't mention the name of the company, but there was a company that had these, they were like chicken nuggets. And they ran DNA tests. They could not find chicken DNA. Who knows what that crap was?
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. So again, getting back to supplements, targeted supplementation. Some you should take. Okay. Oh, one other thing I didn't mention is the Fiber Blitz. So I take Fiber Blitz, and that's to add more fiber into my system, because more fiber is very healthy. It's the good bacteria, the good fiber that you need, not only move things through your system, but also get your microbiome kind of in balance. Okay. So, and there are more things that I take, but they're targeted at certain things. Okay.
At certain points.
Yep.
Now, one of the things that we want to talk about, because I know you guys are going to ask, like, what should I have, like, all the time? What should I take? Come hell or hot water, what it should be the bare minimum that I take every day?
If you're in the middle of the desert, you got no food, no water, no shelter, and you only have whoever knows how many days to live, you take digestamil. This is the number one thing that you should take, because this is where life starts, right here. You've got to be able to digest your food. You've got to be able to absorb it and then utilize it. And that's what this product does, digestamil. It's a bunch of enzymes in there, pre-digested enzymes, meaning that they have gone through a process where they can withstand the body's stomach acid, the temperatures, all that stuff. And by being pre-digested, you get like a 300% boost in its effectiveness.
Wow.
And all of these products are pre-digested. That's why they work so efficiently. Okay? But that is the key, because whatever you eat, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, you need to digest it. That's where it starts. And if you're not digesting well, well, you're already near the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, you're at the edge of the cliff. And with no parachute. Okay? It's a long way down.
Then I take a couple of them before each meal. Excuse me. And what's the big deal? Just get in the habit of doing it, because it's good for your body.
Everybody that takes that within about a week, they're like, I noticed a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, that's what your body's supposed to be doing. And we know our bodies are not doing, so we need a little jump start.
Yep.
We need some little soldiers down there that can help facilitate the digestion process and the absorption, and then delegating all of those nutrients to the right place. And then you'll feel it. You'll feel it. You just have to actually do it. You just actually have to take it. Which, you know.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so digest a meal. What else?
I would take vitamin C.
Damn straight. We're not even going to talk about it because you already know. Okay.
So,
one more?
I probably would take the fiber.
Okay.
Take the fiber. Because that gut biome and getting the right colonies in there and getting everything balanced, and the gut-brain highway, all that stuff is all tied together. And we don't get nearly enough fiber in our diets as we should. So, but I would say those things.
Okay.
Now, so what's next? Your medicine cabinet.
Your medicine cabinet.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you, not all of you, but I'm sure a number of you, have the normal stuff in there. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen, what else?
What is the...
Aspirin.
What is the Benadryl?
Benadryls, all that
allergies,
kind of stuff. Yep, all that kind of stuff. Ever look on the back of those things? Look at those ingredients in there.
No, because no one can pronounce them. It's a struggle. And you feel stupid because you're like, okay, maybe we need to revisit this one. Let it go.
A lot of synthetic stuff that's in there that it can do more harm than good. So what do we really need in there? Okay. Now this will always, as usual, come with a couple stories. So my wife, Kimberly, I think this was last year, she goes outside and she was going to do her devotion outside, which she does every morning. And she gets bitten by a scorpion. Now, she is screaming at the top of her lungs. And for those of you who have never got stung, bitten, whatever you want to call it, by a scorpion, it's a painful thing.
Immediately. Shooting.
Yes, shooting pain, and it's unbearable. She says it felt like something was eating her skin away. Okay, so not a good thing. So she comes in and she told me what had happened, and in between the screaming and yelling, and So, what did I do? It did not even cross my mind to go to urgent care or anything like that. No, it didn't cross my mind. What I said was, I got something for that. So there's a product called Acute.
Oh, yeah.
So I gave her some Acute. There's another product called Defense. Defense is a kind of a natural antibiotic. So not putting any junk in there. So those two things, okay, acute and defense. Within 2 hours, pain gone, swelling gone, no issues whatsoever. Total recovery.
So just to put this in a point of reference, usually, again, we live on the West Coast, and when you get stung by a scorpion, it's an all-day painful event, like close to 10 hours of 10 to 12 hours of just that feeling of your skin getting eaten. And it gets intense.
Yes.
So
yes.
to go from that to 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
So, great product to have, not only for bug bites, but acute also, it's a natural pain killer. So no putting all this synthetic crap into you and whatnot. It's kind of a do-all type of thing. Defense, sniffles coming on.
Yeah.
Wow, what's that? Boom, get in there, start taking that defense right away, and you'll avoid whatever is coming your way. So those two products, for sure. There's another one.
Where's the viral?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
A little more heavyweight here. Okay. Immune VRL deals with a lot of viruses and bad stuff. Infections. It's just a great product to have. I was telling Shelley before we came on the air. I don't know what I did to my jaw, but it got swollen, it was sore, it was tender. I don't know if some sort of infection had gotten there or whatnot. I started taking this VRL, and within no time, boom, gone. No antibiotic, no Z-Pack.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta get a Z-Pack.
Yeah.
You ever look at what's in that crap?
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah, every once in a while, it's that bad where you need one, but I think so people are so used to be like, oh, this is what I need. It fixed last time. But it goes back to paying attention to your body. Your body is giving you signs and signals, and you're like ignoring them. We are ignoring them. So it's like really paying attention and be in tune with what's really going on. You woke up and you're like, oh, my throat, just a little bit, just a little tingly. It's normally not tingly, okay? So that's your sign. So then you come over here, take a little bit of the defense, take a little bit of maybe some extra vitamin C, see if that, kind of curves it a little bit.
Right.
And just do that for a couple days. But you got to pay attention to what your body's telling you.
So, what else? Anything else in the medicine cabinet?
Those are some big ones.
Yeah. Those are probably the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a whole array of products. We're not going to dump on you all this great stuff. But just to let you know that there are enough products in here to target just about anything that's going on with you. I also take liver kidney. Okay, liver kidney. Great for the liver, great for the kidney, detoxes it and whatnot. Well, why are you taking that? Because I test, I don't guess. Yeah. And when I looked at the kidney results, my kidney throughput wasn't where I wanted it to be. I want it to be higher. So guess what? Bam! Yeah. And then I get retested and I see that it's moving upward. So it's working. So target it. I'm not going to be taking this for the rest of my life. Just targeted supplementation. Take care of the issue, then let your body go on and do what it needs to do.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? We're busy doing a lot of different things, so we gotta, take something that's gonna take some of the pressure off.
Yeah. And we're always talking about testing and not guessing. And I think that's just it's become more and more critical as in this day and age. A lot of people don't test. They don't want to be tested. For
Yeah,
anything.
ignorance is bliss. That's what
Yeah.
y'all over here running around here saying, like, no, I'm fine. It's not broken. It's not bleeding. And this is the way it was with my mom or my dad
Yeah,
or my grandpa had the same joint pain. It's hereditary.
Yeah.
And being okay with that.
Yeah.
Stop being okay with bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it. Stop arguing your limitations. Figure it out and do something about it.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And make yourself the priority. You know, everything else can wait. Okay, your health is number one. I took what was that? I took a we both did DNA test.
Yeah.
And this thing is so extensive.
Yeah. I need to reread mine. That's a lot of information.
There's a lot
That's
of information. But it will tell you, you know, kind of the good, bad, ugly, what's how your body kind of operates, what's best for you. It gets all the way down into the type of exercise. Some people need rigorous exercise. Some people don't need as rigorous an exercise. All based on your DNA. So it marries up to you and specifically what you need. Mm-hmm. Well, I took the test, okay, because I like to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Guess what showed up in there? A SNP, which is kind of a abnormality in one of my genes.
Mm-hmm. And everybody has SNPs.
Yep.
Everybody
got it.
It's just where they're at.
Where they're at. This one particular one was for early onset Alzheimer's. And I looked at that and I said, oh, hell no.
Not today.
It ain't happening here. So what did I do? There's a couple of products, P5P and Protect, that target that gene. And so that won't be an issue. So I don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm. Targeted supplementation. But you got to know what to target.
What to hit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark.
And I know some people out there already adding up, oh, what do these tests cost, this and that, the other thing. Get over it.
Yeah.
Just get over it.
Yeah.
Now, you go out and buy whatever.
Yeah, them Chris Brown tickets, y'all trying to, they're not cheap. So, you know, Chris Brown one-time event, Usher one-time event, or your life.
Yep. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's priorities.
Yeah, it really is. So, you know, blood test is paramount. Some of these other ones we mentioned, you know, DNA, that's
a little extra.
Yeah, that's a little extra if you want that. The plastics, I think the plastics is important to know what your load is. You know, a lot of people, you got plastic wrap, you got plastic containers that people are storing food in.
Plastic water bottles.
Plastic water bottles, especially if they heat up a little bit.
Yep.
And, you know, plastics are everywhere. And you just got to be smart about them. Here's a fun fact for you. In your car, you know how when you're sitting in the car and you've got the windshield there, and over time you'll notice that there's almost, it gets like this coating, almost like it's like a little foggy film kind of thing that's on there. Well, that's the off gas coming out of your plastic windshield. Don't think that thing is glass. Some are glass, most of them are plastic. Or they're glass with plastic fillers to make them stronger. I was in that industry for a number of years, which is why I know. So it's the off gas of that plastic breaking down from the sunlight, and you get that coating on the glass, which you are inhaling.
Which we're inhaling. And you turn your air conditioner on, so you're just blowing it, setting in front of it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just eating it all up. Eating it all up. Yeah. So don't think that you're not getting any microplastics. You're getting them one way or another.
Yep.
So
people that freeze foods in a plastic container.
Yeah.
When that temperature goes down in that plastic, it becomes very susceptible to letting loose little particulates.
Yeah.
And that's what's in your food, and that's what you're eating.
Yeah.
So again, a teaspoon of it found in the brain when they dissected a number of brains, and it can cause all sorts of problems that can be hard to detect. So again, you know, we may seem a little fanatic.
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, you know, pain sucks.
Pain sucks. This is no dress rehearsal. This is the life, the only life that you're going to have on this planet anyways,
Yeah.
if you're into that thing. But this is it.
Yeah.
So you have to do what you got to do to make it better.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to be, this is my biggest fear, okay, is being a burden to someone when I get older and I'm not taking care of myself. And now all of a sudden my caregiver, my kids, my children, my husband, whoever has to take care of me on some stuff that I could have prevented or at least pushed down the road longer than what it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's, for me, it's, I don't ever want to be a burden to anybody. And if I can prevent that, then I'm going to do what I have to do that.
And
So,
don't get hung up on age.
it's,
Because if you look
that
at
age
the...
ain't nothing but a number. Is a real thing depending on, you know, how you
Yeah.
take care of yourself today.
If you look at some of the major illnesses and look at who's leading in those,
It ain't us.
the 35 to 45-year-olds.
Y'all.
So, yeah.
Get it together.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And you need
And
to...
don't be okay with it, because I think a lot of us are okay with it because it's so common. Like, oh, everybody has this. Everybody has a little touch of diabetes, but that don't make it right. That is it's
Right.
Why is that acceptable? Because so many people have it. If anything, you're like, WTF? Everybody has this. What is going on?
Yep. Yep.
It's got to be something that I can do or I'm not doing that I could implement into my life to make the change. But just because everybody is standing on the edge of the cliff does not make it the club.
Right.
It is not the promised land. I tell you that.
For sure. For sure. So, again, we're fanatic about health. We'll continue to be
Yep.
trying to get better and better and better at this game of health. And you need to also. You just really need to.
Because doing all the work without the right supplementation is a vanity metric. So that's definitely, you're looking at the outward optics of it, which is a little bit of vanity in there, because it's the inside. It's got to match. I'm not saying don't go to the gym. You can go to the gym and have a 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever you want to have. But if your body's not processing the food that you're eating, or the absorption level is not there, your vitamin D is low, you know what I mean? You got virus and bacteria from all the oysters you're eating, let alone the alcohol that you're drinking. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like,
right.
what are you doing? You might as well, yeah. You're
And
wasting your
then,
time.
and then there are the hidden things that you don't even see.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting sick. I feel fine. I this and that. But where does your funky attitude come from?
Yeah.
Where does your outlook on life? Why are you so negative? And what kind of concoction you got going inside your body that's affecting your mind?
Yeah.
Okay? You know, the stinking thinking, all that kind of stuff. Where do you think that comes from?
Yeah.
Your body is not functioning properly, and you don't even know it, which is why you got to test.
Yep. Start there.
Yep. Test, don't guess. The link will be in the bio. The Digestamil that we said every single person needs to be on. I don't care who you are, what stage of life you're in.
Yeah.
You need to take this.
Start with that one.
You can go directly to the website, Balancing My Life. First thing that pops up is a $1 bottle of this stuff.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to get charged. $1. Get your ass off the couch and order this stuff.
Yeah.
Because you got to start digesting your food properly. That's where it all starts. So.
Yep. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
This week.
You know, we could go on and on and on and on, but we're not going to do that. We may touch on it maybe a little bit next week or so, just because there's so many things.
Yeah.
But hopefully we've given you a start.
Yeah.
And
A little taste.
if you got any questions, just hit us up and let us know what those questions are. We'll try to answer. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Make sure you subscribe, follow us, and
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
yeah,
Yeah.
be safe. Take care.
Toodaloo.
Bye.